unfortunate. But his performance level for the whole 90 minutes was incredible tonight. And I think it's big for Miles as well, because he's obviously not got a hugely experienced centre-back beside him. And he had Parkey last year, clearly. He's played beside Leo a little bit as well, an experienced centre-half who obviously knows how not to get yellow cards, even despite fouling. So maybe that's something that the centre-halves can pick up on. But he was fantastic tonight, and we're delighted with him. And I think he's going to continue to grow.
Next question, Doug, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask about Miles, but Joe beat me to it. But if you could elaborate a little bit on what advice did you give Miles on dealing with Higuain tonight?
To be honest, nothing extra, Doug, because I think there's sometimes a danger that the big guys, if you like, we know his name, coming into the league, players can sometimes show him a little bit too much respect, and there's a little bit of a fear there if you go into a game putting too much in them. So his quality is undoubted, but I think he's a striker that if he gets half a yard, he can get a shot off, he can go right and left, he can link the play. But Miles comes up against a lot of strikers like that in the league as well. So I think he himself knows what he's coming up against. Anton Walks was also great tonight, dealing with Higuain. So I think our respect for our own players, we don't make too big of a deal the fact of the individual they're playing against in terms of being a name, if that makes sense.
Next question, Felipe.
Thanks, Justin. Coach, how would you, I guess, evaluate the first half? If you don't, I mean, if it were up to me, I think it was one of the, for lack of a better term, one of the worst halves of Atlanta United this season. The improvement was there in the second half. The subs really worked out. They earned the draw. But the first half, it looked like the team was just really struggling to find their shape, find the ball, keep the ball, and keep Miami from really being dangerous in front of the net. So what happened in the first half? What did you change, or what was the message at halftime, perhaps?
Yeah, so, well, at first I think the guys knew the game's massive there tonight. To me, they looked like a group that were playing within themselves, playing with a little bit of fear, I think. But I think, so later on, when the game was truly on the line and we really, really had to score a goal, you saw the true colours of the team. So that's important for me. I think first half, we know it wasn't good enough. So the message at half-time was, last week against Red Bull, we were sitting in the locker room at half-time, delighted with the performance, and come away with nothing. So that was almost, I think, not the coaching side of it, the management side of it, that, listen, we've not been what we want to be first half. But we're sitting in here 0-0, just like you were last week against Red Bull. So I think putting that little bit of belief into them, we believe in them. And I think there was a response second half. Listen, in Miami, we're still probably the better team up until they scored. But then from that point on, I think you saw what we should be. And I think if we can take that approach from the start of the games and not wait until there's a goal went in, and we've been over this ground before, to be honest. And I think maybe it's a good timing of a sharp reminder in such a big game that we're well capable of producing performances like that.
All right, thanks, Glassy.
We're good. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, can hear you, Pat.
All right, cool. Well, guys, just remember to raise your hands and we'll take questions for Jake. Doug, start us off.
Hey, Jake, congrats on the goal. I was curious at all if you were nervous as you saw that ball coming and an open goal staring at you.
Thank you, but no, I wasn't really. I mean, Jurgen does all the work, to be fair, but I mean, I've just got to pass it. I trust myself enough to be able to score a goal like that.
Felipe?
Hey, Jake, congrats on your first MLS goal. What did Stephen Glass tell you before you came onto the field? What was your role and what were you seeing from the bench? I mean, the game was was very wide open. The further along it went, the more wide open it got. So what were you seeing from the bench and what was your job when you came on?
He just told me to be aggressive, go 1v1. Felipe, he basically just told me to that's it really, just to try and make something happen. I know as a forward player, when you come on, your role is always to try and make an impact. So from the bench, it looked like we counted them, and I think we did it a couple of times really well. I mean, we could have even got a second goal towards the end, but I mean, look, it's a point at the end of the day. It might not feel like it, but it is. So, I mean, we just have to concentrate on that, I suppose.
Doug, go ahead.
Jake, if you could just talk about the importance of this point tonight, particularly the way that y'all earned it.
Yeah, I mean, they were a point behind us, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a point behind us. So, I mean, we just need to keep putting points on the board, really, and get ourselves into that playoff spot. I mean, look, it's huge. The next 5 games are absolutely huge. We all know that. We need, just like I said, we just need to keep trying to pick up points and keep getting points on the board and secure that playoff spot, please God.
Felipe, go ahead.
Jake, just curious. I mean, a lot of your teammates are carrying sounds like just like niggling injuries that are tough to get over in time for these matches that are coming back to back. I mean, you're on the field. What do you attribute that to? And physically, are you 100% ready to go right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to ask. I think it was 5 games in 15 days or something, if I'm not mistaken. Look, it's hard, Felipe. You know what I mean? On the body, it's really hard. It's especially boys like Brooks, who's playing every week. Brooks, John's played 7 in a row. Anton, Jeff. There's boys in there that don't really get rotated out. Who are playing a lot of games. It's tough. Like, but me, like personally, I've been more in and out. So I feel alright. Like I started 3 or 4 games in a row, then I missed a couple, then I was back in. So I feel all right. I feel good to go.
Doug, go ahead.
Yeah, Jake, I was going to ask you, those starts that you had, I thought you were effective on the wing with your crosses and your free kicks, and then you didn't play for a few games. I didn't know why. I don't know if you had an injury or something. If you could share, anything on that you can, and if it's difficult, to be in such good form and then not to play and then have to come off the bench.
To be honest with you, Doug, I didn't think I was in great form. To be honest, I thought I was. No, I'm just being honest with you. I thought there was to be honest, it wasn't enough. So I was doing some decent stuff, but it wasn't enough, Doug. I was doing it for 45 minutes and then I'd be out of the game for long periods of time. It's not enough. I mean, me personally, I wasn't too happy with it. I do some good stuff and then I'd be quiet for a little while, and then I'd do something decent, and then I'd be quiet again, and I'm like, that's not enough. That's not enough to keep me in the team. That's my view of it, Doug, to be honest.
All right. Thank you, Jake.
All right, lads. Cheers. Thank you. All right.
Hey, Jurgen, thanks for joining us.
Hello, Justin. Thank you.
So we'll
Can
go
I
to
remove the face mask or like this?
no, just like that is good.
Ah, perfect.
Tú me dices si me
En
necesitas
español
o
está
me
bien.
¿vale? Felipe, we'll go to you with the first question.
Buenas noches, Jürgen, ¿cómo vas?
Hola, buenas noches, Felipe. Todo muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Gracias, mira, felicitaciones por el punto y por la asistencia. Mira, te voy a hacer la misma pregunta que le hice al técnico. O sea, te voy a ser sincero también, en mi opinión, en mi humilde opinión, me pareció que el primer tiempo fue de los peores del equipo, pero se levantaron bastante en el segundo tiempo. Con tu entrada también fue decisivo. ¿Coincidiste? ¿Y qué fue lo que viste desde tu punto de vista antes de entrar y cuando entraste, los espacios que te estaban ofreciendo?
Sí, la verdad que tuvimos un primer tiempo complicado. No como acostumbramos jugar con la posición de balón, buscando los espacios. Creo que Miami nos presionó muy bien y nos tuvo todo el tiempo en nuestra cancha defendiendo. El segundo tiempo lo hablamos en el vestidor, se habló fuerte y bueno, se dijo que había que salir a jugar al tú por tú, a presionar también, a buscar el gol sin tener ese miedo a recibir uno. Y la verdad es que el equipo mostró otra cara en el segundo tiempo. La verdad es que contento porque se rescató un punto. Obviamente queríamos ganar, como lo dijimos, era un partido casi de playoffs, porque prácticamente el que ganaba se posicionaba más arriba. Pero bueno, siempre es importante de visita sacar puntos. Y nada, contento. Obviamente me sigo adaptando al grupo. A mí en lo personal me gusta mucho jugar a los espacios. Cuando entró Eric el Cubo Torres, él me conoce más y sabe que los balones me gusta tenerlos más al espacio. Entonces nos juntamos bien y nada, seguimos trabajando para poder revertir esta situación y buscar un lugar en los playoffs.
It was a difficult first half. We weren't playing like we're accustomed to, controlling possession and trying to find the spaces. Miami was pressing very high, and they kept us inside of our own half for most of that first half. So we talked about it during the break. We wanted to go out and try and look for a goal and not be worried about trying not to concede one. And I think you saw a different team in the second half. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to go and try and score a goal. And I think, going on, I'm adapting to the team, getting used to playing with these guys. And then when Kubo came on as well, he's a player who knows me very well. So, we have a good understanding on the field. And we knew before this game that it was an important game, practically a playoff game, because we're trying to secure a playoff spot in the standings. So it was a really important point, and it's always important to take points away from home. Doug, go ahead.
Yes. Jurgen, if you could just go through your assist, it looked to me like Torres put you through into space. You ran at the goal. You cut back against Figal. I assume you saw him coming out of the corner of your eye, and then spotted Mulraney. Is that an accurate description?
Yes, perfect. It was like that. Kubo knows me very well from Mexico, that I like to get the ball in the space. So he protect very good the ball, and then he throw me to the space. And I see Jake running into the area. I wanted to make a pass to see what the defenders were going to do. And then when I saw him free, I throw him the ball, and thank God we could score that goal. And at the end, we had another chance. I think that ball I had to shoot, but I tried to do to recortar. But I think the last 25 minutes were very good. We need to play like that more. And well, we have a very important play on Sunday, and hopefully we can have those 3 points.
Yeah, Doug, go for it.
Okay. Jurgen, how is your health right now? Can you go a full 90, do you think?
Excuse me, sorry, I didn't listen.
How is your health? Can you go a full 90 minutes in a game?
Yeah, I feel very good. I had that injury 2 weeks ago, but right now I feel very good to play 90 minutes. But I have always said I'm very respectful with the coach decision. He thought this game was for entering the second half, so I'm very positive, very happy to help the team, whatever is in the initial team or substitution. I will always play for helping my team and always respecting the decision that the coach take. So if there's a possibility to play the 90 minutes, I feel very good. So I will understand perfectly the decision of the coach.
Felipe, go ahead.
Thanks, Justin. Jürgen, ¿qué conoces del equipo de Toronto? El próximo rival, o sea, es un equipo que tradicionalmente compite en esta liga con campeonatos, jugadores importantes. ¿Qué conoces? Y si ya están, obviamente, pues llegan, van a descansar, pero mirando ese rival, ¿qué cambia? ¿Qué cambiaría después de este punto logrado?
Yes, it's a very important team. I played versus them like 2 years ago with Tigres in the semifinal of the Conca Champions. We know they have very good players. There's Altidore, Bradley. They have a very good team, so it's going to be a very difficult game. They are in first position, so it's going to be a really good task for us to see where we are standing, and hopefully we can do a very good game to take 3 points, very important for us, and to keep going. There are 5 more games very important for us. We have to do the most points we can, and then to be able to be in the playoffs.
All right, well, we got time for one more if anyone's got it. No? All right. We'll let you go. Thanks, Jurgen. Safe travels.
You're welcome. Bye.